So this is probably going to be weird with the stop and go, stop and go. I'll try and edit the best I can here with it because of all the stop and goes and pauses here, but the app I have, it does a pretty seamless job at adding the videos together. That might be too bright for her up there. You know, I don't know how I end up at the back of the lineup all the time, you know. I guess it's by choice. My choice isn't so bad. But I do need to either quit smoking or get an ashtray in here, because I got no ashtray in my Jeep again. I took it out to empty it and forgot to put it back in here. So I think it's easier just to put the ashtray back in versus quit, because who does that these days? Okay, so everybody, I believe this, no, this is not the spot. Further than this. Okay, so somewhere along here, another buddy who's got a TJ, yeah, a TJ, who's currently rebuilding the motor on said TJ. He got stuck up along here, went totally sideways. It was pretty funny. Totally slammed into a snowbank, went right crooked sideways. And that day, for the first time ever, he had used low range in his Jeep and found out that it does get you unstuck a little bit better than high range in some situations. That situation, low range worked good for him because he was able to get out. The second time he got stuck on our way back out, I had to pull him up. Because he went total crooked sideways, like pretzel did. But that being said, there was 4.5 foot tall snowdrifts out here on this road. Definitely was not this much dust on it, that's for sure. It was very frozen, very snowy, which I'm glad the snow's done. I'm over that. I'm pretty sure all y'all that's could probably say the same, you know. We ended up with a last snowfall there that kind of made everything all wet and mucky inside the yards again. Everything was drying out nice, and then we got that last freak snowstorm out of freaking nowhere. Made things interesting. We got a good mud run session out of it. Marker 8. What? Let's see if we can find number 9. We'll do a count up. Not a countdown, but a count up. A countdown will be on the way back through, because there might be signs on the other side. But we'll We'll see if we can't find number 9. They post them like every 1 kilometer or 1 mile or something like that. And I just spotted a nice little trail entrance back there that we might have to go check out this summer. Whether it be on BC Low Quad, if we still got it by then, because might be getting rid of that guy. We'll do a walk around on that later on some other time, so y'all can see what that looks like. Okay, here we are, boys and girls. We are at the trail. So, first time this winter, we made it to roughly about here and had to turn around because there was just too much snow for the little tires that were with us at the time. And we'll show you the second spot and the third spot where we got forced to turn around due to little tires. I'm gonna go with little tires. The first time it was because the bigger tires couldn't make it through because it was just too crusty like. But second time we made it a little ways past this spot. Probably about, oh, I don't know. Well, we'll see here. We'll see here. Now, right about in here, this section, right here, where those little tracks are on the road. Yeah, that's where we made it to. Before we couldn't go no further. That was the first time. The second time, we made it to here. This spot. And had to turn around. Because we couldn't do it. Or was that the third time? Third time, yeah, that was the third time. Because the first time we didn't make it past the entrance of this trailhead. Yeah, third time. Now we're hoping to make it all the way, being that there's not much of anything on the trails. Like, we've made it 10 times further than we did the last time we went. Still can't see out my side mirrors. Rear view is kind of seeable because, you know, a little bit. Definitely the first time I've done a video all the way down this trail from entrance to campsite to here. It's definitely going to be a few videos to edit. It's going to be a long one. It's definitely going to be a long one. That is for sure. I guess probably around 45 minutes-ish once it's all said and done and edited, posted and whatnot. May even be more, might be less, but I'm gonna guess about 45 minutes. There is actually a 40s or 50. Oh yeah, we just passed it. There's a 50s car here that we just passed. The grill from it. Better stop here or slow down anyways, so Yes, I definitely think I can get away with having a coffee in here now. I used to not be able to just lose half the cup of coffee all over the floor because it was such a rough ride. We're getting a little close to this Ford in front of us. It's Bronco. The lights might be a little bright. There's a fair amount of lights on the front of this thing. A little light bar, and some pod lights, and some aftermarket LED headlights. Those aren't on high beam, those are just low beam right now because the high beam button is kind of a pain to get to at the moment. You kind of got to pretzel your wrist in a weird way underneath the dash to get to the button with your thumb, and it's just not great. One of these days I'll fix that, or I'll put it on another push button or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Probably one of the best conditions of this trail that I've been had the pleasure of trailing on. Normally this trail is so soft you got to use a little range for its gear and just kind of crawl along. Oh, whew. Little butterfly there. Whee! Trail's normally pretty soft. Even on the quad, you know, big flotation tires and whatnot. Even it had a struggle last summer, you know. This whole area we're driving through right now is one of the burn areas from last summer here around the Fort LaCourte area. We weren't able to get in here until late after May last year because of the fires. Ravaged quite a bit here. It burnt out a lot of land and dried these trails out beyond passable conditions down here. They're so soft. Even now, they're pretty soft in some sections. But, you know, it's all fun. That adds to the challenges of off-roading. Ooh, that's pretty rutted. It wasn't like that last time I came out here. Could you imagine trying to haul a camper through this. This would be horrible. Alright, well, we'll wait for the Sawston back here. And we just passed a crossroad, and headlights too far ahead of him, he won't be able to see which way to go. I don't think I've been down this little trail right here before. It's kind of new. Intriguingly new. I got some good trails there in mind for this coming summer here. Oh, we got snow, boys. Chatterbones. Chatterbones. Cheesy buttermilk chatterbone biscuits. And yes, I am cheating a little bit. I am in 4 high currently. I probably don't need to be in 4-wheel drive, but I'm in 4-wheel drive nonetheless. Because it's just more fun that way. You come up to something and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna climb that, and then just climb it. You don't have to worry about waiting for your 4-wheel drive to click in, or none of that stuff. Trail, me and the younger brother there, we come down this a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago now, on the quads and dirt bikes. I had a bike, and my brother there had a quad. I think it was like a 225 Yamaha Moto or something like that. A little beast, that thing. Whoa, hitting the brakes. I wonder what's going on here. Oh, some antlers on the trail. Ooh, some sheds. Hey, you don't come across that very often. Good thing she stopped and picked it up, and one of us could have run over that shit. And, pop a tire. And I don't think any of us have spare tires with us currently. I know I don't. And it'd be mighty hard to get one brought out currently, because nobody, other than those of us out here, know which trail we're down. We're not down any of the normal trails we would ordinarily be on or blown a tire on. We blew a tire there last winter, and on the grid road, believe it or not, a chunk of metal eat a tire. Took a chunk of rubber out of one tire at the front there, and took a chunk of metal out of the floor, and totally took out my back passenger tire there. Nice little hole in it. We ended up stuffing like, I think it was like 4 plugs in there before it finally started holding, and even then it was still leaked a little bit of tire slime. And I'm sure y'all know about that tire slime. That stuff is just gross, green, nasty, sticky glue that only sometimes works. If you got a hole in there that legitimately needs a plug, that stuff is not going to do it. I've tried it. It does not do it at all. Not one little bit. You end up leaving a nice fancy little green spray strip in your wheel well and up the back of your vehicle, or up the side of your vehicle if your tires stick out like mine do. But it really doesn't work, that stuff. Unless you're like in a car or something, you know, like I said, something that a little tiny pinhole, like a little nail or a little tiny screw, would probably work for that. But if you're an off-roader, you probably run bigger tires, which means tire slam does not work for that type of blowout. Currently, I'm running, what are they, Enduros? MT Enduros? Alright, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen, we are at our destination. We'll pull up to the edge of this bank here, you know, and whatnot like, so y'all can see just the... Look at that. Drop off right there in front. All right.
You gonna drive down that or what?
Oh, this guy thinking I'm gonna drive down there.
Give me $50.
Bro, your winch cable ain't long enough.
Give me $50.
$50 ain't worth that climb. Maybe 1,000. I'd do it for 1,000. You got $1,000 cash on hand? I'd do it for $1,000. That'd be worth fucking up a diff. Alrighty, folks. We'll see you on the next video here. We're gonna conclude this session of kerfuffled videos, and have y'all a good night.